Good Monday morning, everyone. Episode 95. If my math is right, that's over 3 months. Pretty wild, 3 months in a row. I don't know that there's many things I've done every day for 3 months in a row. Hope you guys are doing great this Monday morning. Hope you had a great Easter with the family and 420 if that's how you celebrated it. I did miss a lot of you guys yesterday. I'm sure y'all were spending time with the family, so no issues with that for sure. Good morning, Sever7. And everyone else I said hi to already. Be Shady, you got your TRM in pocket again this morning. So, I had a couple of knives in my pocket last night. Doc Seuss, good morning, sir. I had a decent night at work. Kind of boring. Sunday nights are pretty boring. I got to put a Band-Aid on my thumb. Good morning, Mr. Scott. How are you? So last night I carried my woodpecker in the front pocket because I needed something that was very easy to close because the tip of my thumb is messed up. Been trying to leave it open all night so it would heal quicker, but this knife is super easy to open. So I had it in the front pocket. And my sister yesterday for Easter gave me a gift. She gave me a Tucson. This is the TS 134 with a big old butt. Oh yeah. She said she didn't carry it ever and wasn't going to. And it's M390 blade steel. It's a cool little Tucson. Free knives from the sister are always nice. I appreciated that. I should have given her something in return, but I didn't. I will catch her on the flip side. When she handed it to me, I of course went to reverse flick it and almost couldn't. And she goes, "It's got a flipper tab." And I was like, "I know," but I did get it open. But the detent was super strong on it. So I tuned it last night and got the detent tuned down to where it reverse flicks easy now. It does still have that flipper tab, but it reverse flicks way easier than it did. Give her a penny? Yeah, I'll give her a penny. That's what I'll do. So yeah, that's the two knives I had in pocket last night. What are y'all carrying this Monday? What are y'all starting the week off with? I also got a couple of Devo knives in. If y'all weren't here yesterday, then when I got this one, it had some major issues. And it was about to ruin my first impression of Devos. So luckily I got it tuned also. But it had about 70% lockup. It was way too much. You got the chipmunk drummer? Good deal. Yeah, I tuned this thing and it is like butter now. And I do like it. when I first got this, it was impossible to front flip, except up here at the very, very top because of how tight the lock bar was. It locked up over at 70%. And anyway, I've got it now where it's at 40% with no lock rock and smooth as butter. That's the Buzz. And then I got the Growler. Which is another good one. I don't know what it's got on the blade there. Must be a Boker Plus Max. Yes, my buddy posted one of his favorite knives, which is a Boker, on Reddit a couple days ago. And it was one that I don't ever give credit to, but it is a good knife. Going Kunwu today, huh, B Shady? Yeah, the Buzz was nice. I was super impressed with the leather case, the leather bag it came with. And I guarantee you the guy got rid of it for the reasons I said. When I got it, I didn't like it at all. You could not front flip it. Had way too much lockup, way too much pressure. So that just shows how important tuning a knife is. Because it took a knife that guy probably hated to a knife he would probably love if he had it back. I got it at like half price, so you can't beat that. Yeah, as I was saying about the Boker, they make a model designed by Brian Efros that gets overlooked by a lot of people, but it's a super nice knife as well. I was gonna see if I could find it. It is one of my only Bokers that I have that is semi-nice. So it is probably in a case, in a weird kind of case. I should have written all that stuff on there, but I didn't label all the cases yet. So here it is. I've got two Boker knives. The one I don't like as much is called the Evade. Boker Evade. And it is a weird knife. It's hard to open. Looks kind of like a... I don't know why I want to say something like a gladiator would carry. It's just got that kind of look to it. Like a staff, like a... You got an ethereal from Geo. Nice. I've been wanting to try out Geo and see how they were doing. But that is the Boker Knives Evade. And then the one I was talking about from Brian Efros that gets overlooked a lot is this one. And this is a super cool little knife that I overlooked. My buddy posting it on Reddit saying it was one of his favorites made me look at it again. And this is one I did a lightning anno on the clip. Turned out kind of light and you can't see it as good with the stupid light, but kind of a golden color. This is the Boker Jive. And I think a lot of people overlook this knife because of the blade steel. I believe it's 14C 28N. But it's a super cool little knife. Very comfortable, cool blade shape. So those are the two Bokers I have. The Boker Jive. Yep. And it was on sale at some point for like 80 bucks. May still be that way. But Brian Efros designed that one. The guy who did the Elder. This is your style knife, drummer? Yeah, it's okay. Morning, Ron Crow. Like I said, I don't have but a couple of Boker or Boker Plus, whatever. Drummer. Actually, this is your style knife. And this is might actually be your knife here soon. It is the 3-inch chamois. My thumb is injured, so we'll see if I can front flip it. Yep, it's so easy that I can even do it with a hurt thumb. But the action on this thing is absolute butter. I mean, it just closes. Centering is perfect. Everything about it's perfect. Hasn't been used. Got M390 blade steel. Got the real pivot. The Devo sticker is because of the 2 Devos that are sitting there, and it fell out of the box when I was pulling one of them out, so I left it out. But yeah, this knife is awesome. I will show you. I showed this yesterday, but I will show it again today. The difference between it and the difference between it and the 3.3. So quite a bit of difference. They both have the bigger pivots, but quite a bit of size difference. But they make cheaper versions of the chamois that have the stupid Torx in the middle of the pivot, which kind of ruins it for me. If you're going to have that giant pivot, you need to be proud of it and not put a Torx hole in the middle. So that's a cheaper version of the clone. This is the SMKE version. Those are the Hilberg versions. I believe there's probably lots of differences. Yeah, it has the external lock bar insert. Of course, the clips look a little different too. Actually, the clips are different on these two, which is kind of weird. I guess the 3-inch one has a bigger, deeper clip. So anyway, showed those yesterday. I did get I'm sure they did that for a reason, but what it is, I'm not sure. Also got another haptic for those that missed it yesterday. This one is a little darker than my other one, but still got the fine milling and the fine hand satin blade. Great milling. Super cool knife. Haptic's pretty awesome. It's got butter action too. And then I got the other pattern. I got the other milling pattern of the Norseman to go with that milling pattern Norseman. So now I have both of the milling patterns on it. I've got another Spectre on the way. Can't wait to get it. It is the same version of this, except it's gold. It's the super shiny gold version of this one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that one. I should get my Bridgeport today, which is super cool. I'm excited about getting it. I'm gonna have to make room in my Tucson box for yet another one. Yeah, I really like the way I've got this one tuned now. Tuning knives, man. I was talking to Pete about this the other day. Tuning knives is one of the most important things to me in the hobby. If you don't disassemble and fix your knives, you're a different kind of user than I am. These guys that have never taken apart any of their knives and never cleaned them or oiled them, they're just different knife user than I am. I refuse to let a knife conquer me. Like, if a knife is supposed to be good and for some reason it's not, then I try to get it back into the place that it's supposed to be. Like I said, I know this guy got rid of this knife because of the way the action was on it. And I could tell it had never been opened, and he had never done anything to it because it still had oil all on the inside of the liner against the scales here. It had oil everywhere, so no person that's opened a knife to do anything to it would leave all that crazy oil that they put in them from China. At least not hardly anybody. Not at the other end of the knife by the clip down here, like saturated in oil. So he had never even opened it. He just got rid of it for half price and probably thought it was a bad knife. But yeah, I was really impressed with the quality of this leather bag that it came with the gold, nice gold trim. I mean, look at the mirror polish on that gold zipper. Nah, but for real though, it came with all the extra hardware. You know, Devo impressed me in that way, and since I fixed the knife, it looks like he put skiffs in it too, which I didn't even notice. I didn't even pay attention when I opened it, but it's got skiffs in it, I guess, which is probably why it feels so good now that I fixed the lock bar. He probably tried to, well, how does it have skiffs in it, or why did he open it? Well, I guess that means he did open it, but why did he open it and leave all that oil? It's crazy. Why didn't he fix the lock bar? I mean, it really was at 70%. Like, I've got a picture. I'll show you. I'll show you before and after tuning pictures. We'll look at some other pictures too. I got some stuff to look at today. Let's see. Pictures. Where's that lock bar insert? There it is. Wow. So this is how it started off. Hold on just a second. Send. Alright, and this is how it ended up. And this is what tuning a knife can do. Let's see, Discord mirror, properties, Discord, where you at, Discord? All right, Discord, mirror, properties, Discord. Discord, stuff for channel. So this is how it started out. Pretty much close to like 70% lockup. And way too much pressure. And I was worried if I moved it. So the first time I adjusted it, it did have lock rock, but I only had it at about 15 to 20% lockup. So then I adjusted it again, and I got it to about right here, which is about perfect for me. 35, 40%, maybe 30 to 40% lockup. So that's how it is now. And you can tell it's quite a bit of difference from where it was. Oops. Yeah, now and before. So, all right, and let's see. I've got some new knives to talk about. I wanted to show oh yeah, someone bought we were just talking about this knife yesterday, and they bought one of the sub calibers from Golden Design Works, and they said they really liked it, and I'm really liking it now that I see it like in hand instead of just in pictures. I like the multiple ways to deploy it. That's one we looked at a couple of times. I like the big finger choil on it. I bet it's super comfortable. So I thought I'd show that. Some guy on Reddit showed that. Whoops, y'all can't see it. Dang it, I hate that. I hate when I click a Discord link, it doesn't open. Since it opens in a browser, it doesn't show the link, but let me try this again. So it's the sub caliber again. Looks like he is taking a picture of it on his car. Maybe the front windshield. Can't really tell. Yeah, I like the look of it. Like I said, I like the and it's a button actuated frame lock. So it's not a button actuated liner lock. It's actually a button actuated frame lock, which is pretty cool. And something I need to own one of. Yeah, Ed. Yeah, some of my Kubies have come in pretty close to pretty much perfect, Scott. I agree with you there. But I do try to take apart every knife. Evidently, I don't tighten screws because I lost some screws in some knives. And this popped up, and it said, arguably the best value in the knife world. And this made me think of some of y'all because y'all have talked about this knife over and over again. It's the American Blade Works knife. So I thought that was cool to come up. And then I'm really getting the Jones to make my own knife. I've really got to do this soon. So this popped up. A dagger a guy made out of a railroad spike. And seeing that just made me want to make a knife even more. I'm either going to make a file knife or a wrench knife to start out with, or a railroad spike knife. I don't have an anvil. That dagger looks like, I don't know which knife Ed's talking about, but that dagger looks like you could get 4 fingers on it easy and very pokey. And then I mentioned about seeing a bunch of stitches lately. And this is one of the guys that posts them. He's a weird Canadian guy. But he seems to have a thing for the stitch. And I wanted to ask y'all what y'all thought of the stitch. The one on the right is a real one. The rest of them are clones. I've got a couple, and they feel really comfortable in hand. I was curious what y'all thought of the stitch. I'm not going to go into his video much, but oh, okay, Ed, talking about the ABW. Well, I'll let y'all know, Ed does not think it is the best value in the knife world. And I would have to agree with seeing it go across that guy's hand that it was probably too small of a knife for me. It would be a 3-finger knife for me and a slip joint. But I do like to carry a sheath or whatever you call slippy, whatever they call them. I don't know. There's a nickname for those things, but not a slip joint guy. And then this was another post that I liked. This one's called Bit of an Obsession. And it is the guy showing some of his pretty knives. His Evos, which I will have 3 of coming up pretty soon. At the end of this year, I've got to sell 2 of them to keep mine, but I will have one. But you run across some pretty awesome pictures on Reddit. And then I had some videos of some new knives that we're going to go over. Yeah, it is a great value for American made. I like the looks of it too. I just wish it was a little bigger. So, now we're going to watch a guy talk about a few new knives. And he is from Knife Center and is way better than the guys from Blade HQ, in my opinion. He's very knowledgeable about knives, and he's going over some new knives that they got last week, and I got the timestamps so it'll go right to it. But these are a few of the knives I wanted to look at, so let's go to this one. The timestamp should go right to it.
Of classic tactical folders from Beg Knives. This right here is the one. So this was designed by Kirby Lambert and JVO Design.
It's a
comes
good value.
in at $119.20 at the moment, and is equipped with 3 inches, just over 3 inches of VG10 steel, and this version is rocking the orange G10. Pretty cool knife, tons of character, big bold looks with this recurve compound tanto blade shape, harpoon, all the modifiers. It's got a fuller, it's got a thumb disc, nice chunky blade stock with, I must say, very, very cleanly done grinds. One of the things that Beg Knives in particular does well is just the crispness of the grinds across the whole line. They really give it a
yeah, that's a good value, $119.
Character.
I don't like the orange one, but
production price.
black and white one would be cool.
The grinds, I just think they're very elevated, very nicely done. What else do we have to talk about here? Well, the frame lock, or bolster lock if you want to call it, is stainless steel which helps them keep the price down, but they've gone and lightened it by milling out some pockets on the inside. These are, they also feature a milled clip. So yeah, you know, lots of elevated details here. Got
The next one is another
collar
bag.
Well. Little touches that bring it closer to a custom design, but for 120 bucks. Now, the one cool limited edition that just hit the site, a whole series of these new manual action pariahs from Heretic Knives. 3.8 inches of Magna blade steel.
Some manual
and layered G10 handles.
Pariahs.
You can choose from a bunch of different G10 handle colors. You can choose several different blade finishes. I believe there's stone washed, there's a two-tone finish, and this black DLC. Really nicely done. When you get it in the light, you can actually see that there's still a bit of a two-tone finish to this because the primary grind here is stone washed, whereas the flats have been brushed, and you can still make that out under the DLC. It's very subtle, but pretty classy. The thing I like most about the Pariah is its tapered handle, and the layered G10 really allows that feature to shine through. So as you kind of cut through the strata of the layers of the G10, as you taper towards the end of the handle here, you can see that come through on the handle with these stripes. Very nicely done. It gives it a camouflage look, almost like a tiger stripe thing going on. And it also, I think, improves the ergonomics and the feel of the knife in hand. The taper allows the pocket
I like
to
that
be a
one
little more
too.
hidden ergonomically.
I did have, hold on just a second. So there was one more bag. The bigger brother.
This new knife. This is the Sation. The Sation was designed by Kirby Lambert and JVO Design, and it is a flipper rather than using.
They call it a flipper
thumb plate for deployment.
Thumb plate.
We've got a chunky flipper there. Look at the size of that thing on the back. Doesn't protrude too far, but you've got plenty of space to grab and pull. Nice, firm, crisp detent. Sends that. Almost said recurve.
I'm not sure what I think of that.
Compound Tanto blade.
Thumb
Sends that
plate.
flying open.
Kind of almost like it better than a flipper, but
liquid smooth
kind of
action.
want to delete it and put a thumb
Both
stud
of
on
these,
it too.
actually. You know, I've been saying that
So I don't know.
they are comparable to custom knives, and while you know custom knives have would tend to have significantly more exotic or expensive materials, whereas this has VG10 steel and a steel frame lock. The feel is custom-like. It's achieving things that usually take a lot of hand tuning and attention spent at a grinder, like the crispy grinds, like the drop shut action. Yeah, very nicely done.
Let's see what the next one I
particularly
marked was.
like these gray birch. Up are a couple of new knives from one of the most impressive new brands that we've added lately here at the Knife Center. That brand is North Mountain Blade, and this is the BBNM. This was designed, I should
really
say,
like
by
that
Dwayne
one.
Dwyer.
Yeah, I'm liking North Mountain Blades.
One half of Strider Knives. He and Mick Strider split, formed their own companies, and but you can still see quite a bit of that SNG type design heritage in this knife here.
Especially
this has its own character, though. It's definitely a different knife. It feels different.
I really like the looks of that
I guess I would
knife.
call this a spin-off of that original knife platform. But let's talk about the specs. We've got 3.6 inches of SLD Magic steel, titanium frame lock on one side, carbon fiber on the other, and a price of $320. The thing that I think is special about this knife is that it, more than any other spin-off,
Yeah, I really like the looks of that one.
Original SNG, captures what made that knife so special, and that is its mix of high and low. And by that I mean very advanced, kind of high, almost like high concept ergonomics and silhouette and design,
I bet it's very comfortable
very
too with that
low kind
finger
of
choil.
simplicity.
I love the sharpening choil too.
Straightforwardness to the way that it's built. If you've handled one of those original SNGs, you know that there is a sort of strength in its crudeness. And I want to be careful with the word crudeness here because they were very
I like the clip on it too.
They were nicely put together.
It's kind of big, but I like it.
But I mean, they were many hundreds of dollars and shipped in a plastic bag. It was part of their appeal. They were meant to be taken smooth.
What's the next version?
The frame lock kind of tension is rather strong. It's meant to be used. Our stabilizer there. Original things that insisted on using external stop pins, even in addition to the opening hole. That still continues here. Really oversized hardware all around. These have got to be at least T8 Torx screws. No T6 to be found anywhere on this thing. It's probably better than crude. And yet, it's very, very nicely put together. And
yeah, I like it. Let's see the next model. I didn't put a link to it, so
tough level of what makes this might be next from North Mountain Blade is the Jellyfish, and this might be my pick of their whole lineup so far. Part of what makes this new brand so impressive is their level of attention to detail. The finish work is world class here. Look at the hand satin on the blade. It's perfectly done. It's very smooth to the touch. The grind is nice.
That's a cool little knife too. And I like the red and gray carbon fiber.
ZDP 189 clad steel here. So that the core of that edge there is extremely hard, and it can make it a big challenge to give a hand satin finish like this in the first place. So the fact they were able to pull it off and make it look so consistent and clean. In fact, they care so much about the final product that they're even going to such lengths.
That satin finish looks really
making
good.
Their own carbon fiber composites. I believe this version uses a silver twill that's been sourced from elsewhere, but some of the other exotic carbon fiber that they're putting on their knives are being made in-house, which is really, really cool, and it allows them to offer looks and patterns that you won't find on any other knife. So let's talk about this one for a second. The Jellyfish, $240.
He might be new to their site.
I said.
Also.
And a selection of handles. This one has G10 with silver.
Because they really have been pushing their stuff kind of.
Nice,
feels like a newer brand because the way they've been pushing it here lately.
There for plenty of leverage to get that thing open. I guess it's technically milled. It's a milled clip, but it's got a good springiness to it, like a bent clip. And a titanium liner lock, holding things secure.
Next one I had,
kind of a classic silhouette with a bit more flair to the blade there with the recurved tanto.
See,
but shades of traditional, modern execution. Speaking of shades of traditional with modern execution, I had to put this next to it. This is the Finch Knife Roadrunner.
Yeah, we looked at that one on the site
in over a year at least. The last time the Roadrunner came through, it was actually a totally different knife. It was a liner lock flipper.
Cool looking little knife with the Titans colors.
Blade. This new Roadrunner Gen 2 is
I know it's not the Titans color.
With 3 inches of 154 cm steel, and it comes in at $149. This one has an almost stiletto or switchblade look.
That's a good price for that too.
Button lock, but it is a manual flipper.
154.
Very nicely executed there.
Blade steel.
Nice snappy action.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Somewhat discreet little button that is nicely
and then we get into some big ones here at the end.
There's not a lot of danger of accidentally unlocking it
big
while
boy.
Whoops. In use.
Sorry, I skipped one evidently.
Steel frame and bolsters and a selection of inlays. Two bigger. Let's start with the Steadfast. This comes in at $168.95 and features.
I really like the blade on it.
5.5 inches of
Steadfast.
K329 blade steel, sculpted G10 handles. Now, just because it's right here on the table, I can't help but compare these two knives. The Steadfast, as compared to the Half-Breed blades, we've got a bit of the same use case, I guess you could say, but the formula has been rebalanced to dial down the pure tactical aggression and dial up the comfort a little bit. So this knife is definitely a tough and somewhat aggressive package with its clip point and swedge, bringing out that tip to an aggressively thin and
I really like that blade.
oriented little poker there. The handle is quite comfortable. It's not nearly so textured or locked in. It's a very reassuring grip for sure. Big, well-sized.
And then we got
or I would say
the big brother
of hands.
that one.
The big boy is none other than the Work Tough Commander. Look at this thing. I'm gonna have to use two hands for a minute here.
Man, that is a gorgeous blade.
Thicker and longer than any other knife on the table. Heavier too. Boy, 1 pound, 7.2 ounces. That's without the sheath. So this has some mass to it for sure. You want to talk about chopper?
Talk about chopper. Yeah, I was about to say that.
This thing is
you can
headed
cut any
towards
tree
the
you wanted
ground
with that.
with velocity. Very cool. What a beast of a blade here. This is designed by ODM Knives, and yeah,
love that
Work Tough
blade.
makes great fixed blades, but what they do best, undoubtedly, I think, is these monsters.
Morning War Room EDC.
Edge is significantly thicker than those other knives, but it's tempered by their convex edge geometry. You can still kind of carve and slice with this thing, even though it's massively, massively tough and incredibly strong thanks to its geometry. Interesting that it also has a crowned spine here, so that jimping is softened a little bit. It's still aggressive enough to catch the finger, but if you were to choke up in this grip, excuse me, I like that the crown spine.
TC, I thought you were going to post a pic.
Eases its impact on the inside of your hand there.
Of that
nicely
spike
considered
knife.
detail on a knife that didn't have to be so comfortable in this.
I went to the Discord, didn't see anything. I did see Scott's pocket check for the day. Today is a red day for him. Looks like he is starting out the week with some bright colors. Super cool. Got a QSP on the top, a Kubi, Milwaukee, and a Striker, and a fidget device, and a pen. What else do you need? Oh, that reminds me. I bought a couple of Tucson pens on eBay. I did win the bid on those. I let a couple of the knives go by because the price got too high. I showed y'all where I was on a bidding frenzy last week. And let's see, which pens did I buy? Purchases. I bought 2 new pens. I wanted a titanium pen. So I got a pen 55 color. Let's see. You open the browser back up. Tucson pen 55 color. So it's a bolt action pen. I got that titanium pen. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I got it for $20. So I saved some money from White Mountain Knives. It was going to be about 28 or something. And I got that one. And then I also got, let's see what else I got. I got a oh, that's the pen 55. Hold on. Got another titanium pin for 19 bucks, which is the pin 32. Whoops. And I got the color version of it as well. And it's another bolt action pin. The one I got, yeah, that's the same color as the one I got. It's got a lightning anno on it. I got it for 19 bucks on eBay. And then I also bought, I did win a bid for 82 bucks. I'm telling you, man, when you can get an M390 Tucson for around 80 bucks, you can't beat it. And this has my blade grind that I love. So I got the Tucson TS300 in M390. And it is this knife. It's got that compound grind that I love. And I got it for 82 bucks. It would have been 104 with the code on White Mountain. So anything with M390 steel for around 80 bucks, you can't beat it. Love the blade grind on it. Yet another Tucson to add to the collection. I'll let a couple of them go. I'll show you the ones I let go because they were getting up too close to the price. I'm still bidding on one. I'm bidding on I want one of these. I'm at $52 on it right now, but it'll go up. It's a Tucson TS440. And they make a gold and a blue version. I've got bids on both of them. But right now they're at 52 bucks. And like I said, they have the gold version and they have a blue version. I'm not seeing the blue version on here. But the blue version on, let's see. Well, I don't see the blue version on here either. But the blue version looks super cool. Let me see. If I can find it. Yep, here it is. So here's the one I've got a bid on. I'm going to try to win this one. I'm not going to give up on this one. But the blue one to me looks way better. So there's the blue version. Yeah, Pete, I told you if you ever see any kind of bids, so I started a thing on Reddit because I was bidding against some guys on Reddit. So I picked the letter R in the alphabet, and it's the 18th letter of the alphabet. So I told anybody if they saw a bid that ended in 18 cents, they knew that was my bid and to back off, and I would let them buy the next one, or to let me know and I would let them have that one and I would buy the next one. So we wouldn't be bidding each other up. So if you ever see a bid on a Tucson that ends in 18 cents, or some people, they make it go up by 50 cents, so sometimes it'll show 68 cents, then you know that that's my bid on a Tucson. I thought I'd come up with a little code for Reddit so that we wouldn't bid each other up. And I just picked the letter R was number 18, so I picked 18 cents. So now when I bid, I bid with an 18 cents, and then sometimes they make you, bid at 50 cents, whatever. So you'll either see 68 cents or 18 cents. I just try to come up with little ideas that try to beat the system. And since they carry so much stock, and the D-Win 99 guy sells all the Tucsons for Tucson, then they relist them, pretty much all of them, so we can all get one at a good price if we just won't bid each other up. And then another one that I let go this weekend, actually I let 2 of them go, and I'm winning right now on one of them, but I don't want to go much more than $100. Oh, that's the TS 195 I'm bidding on, and then there's with the other milling pattern, then there's a TS 20. Good morning, Greg. TS 20 that I'm bidding on, and it's got it's that weird like sword wrapping handle knife. Let's see if it's this knife right here.
What's up?
But it doesn't have that handle. It's got like a, here it is. It's this version right here I'm bidding on. I'm bidding on that knife, trying to get it for a decent price. Then I'm also bidding on, oh yeah, got away. Dang it, where is it? I don't know why my inbox is not showing all my notifications. Well, I don't know what it was. Let me look at my recently viewed. Yeah, here it is. It's the right here. TS 575. So it's this knife right here. If I can get it for around $100, I'll get one. It's M390 also. And I like the clean lines on it. I like the clip on it. Yeah, I like lots of things about it. Cool looking knife. Here's some better pictures. Just super clean lines on it. The clip's cool. The flipper tab is not too aggressive looking. It kind of matches the knife. Greg, you got a TS16. Let's see. G10 D2. I've got one almost exactly like that. Or maybe I'm thinking of the TS88 with the mortise and tenon. Or TS80, I mean, maybe. No. Let's see. Tucson TS80. Is that the one? No, it's the. I believe it's the TS88. Yeah, it looks a lot like the one that you got with the little grooves on the blade and the overall shape of it. That's the mortise and tenon one. Or tenon and mortise. So that looks a lot like that TS80. I mean, TS16, sorry. It's got the same Same kind of blade, pretty much the same handle. Let's see here. What do we got going on now? Let's see. What else are we going to talk about today? Oh yeah. I don't know. You remember I showed y'all that Usler Usler duck, the duck that was so pretty last week with that weird cryptic message about how we needed to order more domestic stuff and blah blah blah. Well, I think we might not be getting it. I think he might not be selling it now because of all the tariff stuff. But who knows? The post is on the post. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I gotta buy a knife real quick before somebody else does. I put an offer. Where's the link? Send me the link to the stupid knife. Arizona Custom. Hold on. Y'all got to give me a second because I've never bought anything from Amazon. Arizona Customs. And Sever 7 hooked me up on a link to one. It's a Tucson Integral. And it's been sitting a while. And it was listed for $175, and Sever suggested I offer $125, and I thought for sure he wouldn't take it. Well, he did. So now I've got to figure out how to buy it really quick. I just got the reply email from Arizona Custom Knives. I guess you have to use a credit card. Dang it. Too much work. I apologize, guys. Y'all have to bear with me for 1 second before somebody else snatches this knife. And I'm going to be mad if somebody does. Expiration 2/27. Card verification number. Now I need a discount code for Arizona Custom Knives. Is there such a thing? Do we know? Can somebody look that up for me? Discount code Arizona Custom Knives. Hold on. Discount code Arizona Custom Knives. 30% off April. Alright, let me try this one. Oh, the code worked, but it said could not apply it. It was a save 30%. Pretty wild. Here's 25%. Let me see if this one works. Could not apply. Easter 25. All right, last code I'm trying, and then I'll finish up the video here. Spring 20. Alright, not going to work. Let me see if I can place this order. Now it's got a stupid CAPTCHA, which is stupid. And it won't let me click on it. Of course. Why is it not letting me click? Oh my God. Such a pain in the butt. Man, y'all tell me some knives to look at. Well, y'all talk amongst yourselves for a second. I totally apologize. But this stupid site is not working. And I'm going to miss this knife and be pissed. $13 for shipping kind of sucks. Gotta type the stupid number in again. Because I had to refresh the page because the CAPTCHA wasn't working. This is part of the knife game, so I don't feel too bad about this. We all know what I'm going through. Alright. I'm not a robot. Pick the motorcycle picture. Verify, place order. Your order is being processed. I got it. So thank you, Sever7. Let me show y'all the one I got. So the actual knife I just bought is this one right here. Let's see. He accepted your offer and I changed the price. Copy link. Open the link in Firefox. Boom. Now, take the stupid camera off. And there's the Tucson I got. It's a TS56 Integral. It was at $175. I got it for $125. So yet another Integral added to the collection. Yeah, TC, I saw that you did a live last night. I thought it was funny that you had Blade Talk in the title of it. Because that's the name of my episodes here in the mornings. So maybe you were paying homage to me, but yeah, I thought it was kind of weird when it popped up and I saw Blade Talk. I was like, Blade Talk? Wait a minute. Yeah, Pete, that's how they do it. That's how they do it on Love Them Knives too. So whenever you send LTK an offer, I've bought a couple there. That's how I got my Arma. He lowers it on the site. That's all he can do. Oh, I appreciate it, TC. Yeah, I thought it might have been homage. But yeah, it does. It is kind of quickly like nerve-wracking. So yeah, anybody could have seen that. And jumped in, scooped in and grabbed it. But the guy that's selling it doesn't care. He just said, yeah, I'll take that for it. And he doesn't care who gets it. So I guess Arizona Custom Knives doesn't either. But they ought to be able to send just me a link to it or something. It's a cool Integral. I'm just mad they don't have a... Oh, okay, there's a picture of the back. Oh, the back looks super cool. Yeah, I like the way that back looks. I like that the hole's not big enough to get to the blade, hopefully. There would have been a video on it saying don't buy it if there was. So I'm getting the Tucson Integrals collected. That's pretty cool. Let's go see if we got a video on it. Night mooring design. Oh, that's not it. Maybe it's not a 56. What is it? It's a... It doesn't say what it is on the Arizona Custom Knives site. But it is a... yeah, it's a TS65. Sorry. 1 minute knife video. One minute knife review. That's all we need. Yeah, you can't get your finger in there. That's good. I like the carbon fiber. I like the size of it too. I'm glad it's nice and big. It's got the big jimping on the back, which is cool. It doesn't have internal milling, but it has external milling where the carbon fiber is, so I like that night mooring logo. That's awesome. Yep. I like you. Thank you, 1 minute knife review guy. So what else is on the agenda for today, guys? Anything special coming out this week? Oh yeah, y'all were talking about that Wixco knives on the Discord. Is that the name of it? Wixco? I should know the name of it. The sub-brand for Faramonster. Wixco? Was it Wixco Knives? I don't know. No, evidently that was not it. It was, oh. Well, I don't know where that stupid link is now. Thought it was under links, but... Oh yeah, it was. It's a Wixco knife, yeah. It is Wixco. I think he said they were dropping today, that they still haven't dropped. He posted a new... So this is the... Oh yeah, and Concept is sending me 2 knives to review. I finally got in with Concept. They're sending me one of their new tippers and the Eagle Strike. Yeah, I'm a affiliate for Faramonster. He's supposed to be sending me a couple too. But yeah, I'm getting I don't know which versions of the Eagle Strike and the tipper, but I told him I wanted to just try, you know, whatever versions they wanted to send of their couple of their newer knives. And I don't guess there's a bad one of the tipper. I would prefer not to get the Damascus blade, but doesn't matter. So there's 3 without it and 2 with it. So the odds are I'll get one without it. And then the Eagle Strike looked appealing to me also. I wanted to try one of their crossbar lock knives. Kind of hope they send the plain version of it. I don't know. They had one more, this new one at the top I mentioned too. And she might be sending one of the fixed blades, this copper colored, this one right here. The Nico. But I told her and this newer one, this Daco, I wanted to try out too, because it's a crossbar, but I guess getting that Eagle Strike will let me know how their crossbar feels. This is a new model they have too. I told her I talked about Concept pretty regularly on my stream, so they needed to send me some knives. No, I'm just kidding. They didn't need to, but I would appreciate it. I'd love to promote them. And I told her to just pick some they're trying to push and promote, and I would do a review and unboxing and talk about them on my channel. So, which reminds me, this Friday is episode 99, if my math is right. Tuesday 96, Wednesday 97, Thursday 98, Friday 99. So Friday's video will be the video where if you comment during the live, you'll be entered to win the drawing on Saturday morning. And I'm either going to do 2 or 3 giveaways. Haven't decided if I'll do 2 or 3, but I'll probably do 3 since it's the 100th episode. And I haven't died yet, and I've managed to be on time most all the time. I think one time I was 5 minutes late, and one time I was a couple of minutes, or maybe 5 minutes late again. So I think I've only been 5 minutes late a couple times out of 100. I'd say that says something about my reliability. I wanted to show y'all a super cool video. The power of nature. And this is pretty crazy. I couldn't imagine being in this. Check out this video. Hold on. I'm going to download this video so we can see it in full effect. All right, OBS, add a source, media source, call it video, hit OK, hit browse, downloads, the video, loop it, use hardware decoding, hit OK. So check out this crazy video of lightning hitting stuff. Pretty wild. Like, look at it hitting the water there. That's pretty wild right there. And this is pretty wild how it opens up the clouds here. This almost looks like AI, but I bet it's not. Watch these first few of them again after it loops. Power of nature is a crazy thing. Watch when it splits this tree. Yeah, right here. Hit that sign. That one about hit the car. That one just turned all that into like mud. And then that one shattering that tree is pretty wild. That tree splintering is pretty wild too. Can you imagine being in that water? Anyway, it's a cool little video I thought I would share. Oh, you just got your Slippy. Be Shady. You ought to post pictures of it in the Discord. But you're not in the Discord, I don't think. TC just went and got his railroad spike knife he made. Let's check that out. There's one of the pictures. Another picture of it. Oh, that's cool. Put some notches on the back of it too. That's awesome. Yeah, I've got to make a knife. I've just got the urge inside. It needs to be done. Doc Seuss posted a picture for us. Turn this off. That's a cool knife. What kind of knife is that, Doc Seuss? Does anyone know what that is? What that logo is? I should know what that logo is. It's a super cool knife. Oh, all right, Be Shady. Guess we'll see it tomorrow. Yeah, Doc Seuss, what kind of knife is that, buddy? I like 14C28N. I have no problem with that blade steel. Budget knife, Kraken Sigurd. Kraken Sigurd. KrakenKnife.com. Wow. Their website is not secure and it won't let me open it. That's pretty wild. Let me show you what it's popping up for me when I go to it. Whoops, that's not it. Yeah, it says server connection failed when I go to Kraken Sigurd and I hit learn more. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit learn more. Try again. Not secure. Connection not secure. Let me in. Let me take off the HTTPS. See if it works. Yes. No. Proceed anyway. Yes. I took off the S and it worked. With a pop-up. It probably just hacked my computer. Ah. It's a messenger thing. So they have some crazy
Lightweight
stuff.
folding knife recommendation. Overall length 8.2 inches. Weighs only 3.03 ounces. Titanium alloy is shank material. 14C to 8N knife edge steel. A very practical folding
Shank
knife.
material.
The handle is also made of shredded carbon fiber. And this knife comes in 2 colors. Highly recommended for on-the-go EDC. Follow us
So it
if
is
you like.
titanium. It's a titanium shank.
Lightweight folding knife recommendation. Overall length 8.2 inches. Weighs only 3.03 ounces. Titanium alloy is shank material. 14C to 8N knife edge steel. A very practical folding knife. The handle is also made of shredded carbon fiber. And this
Yeah, I
knife
like
comes
it.
in 2 colors. Highly recommended for on-the-go EDC. Follow us if you like.
What is this Kraken knife, though? I have not heard of them. And that looks like a Tucson right there in the middle. Almost looks like that same knife you were talking about. Huh. Anybody else heard of Kraken? Product loop. Single product. Their website is weird. Climbing knife. Folding knife. Let's go to folding knife. See what they got. Oh, I've got that same exact knife. It's in one of my bundles for sale. It's a Sativian or an Ifengro. Huh. And there's that one that looks like a Who's been? Yeah, these are Chinese. I've got some of these knives right here. Yeah, I've got a couple of these. Wow, $75. Oh, look, there's a land copy of the Sabin's the land whatever 812 or whatever it is. So this is just a China brand that sells the same knives as Sativian and Ifengro for a crazy price. Yeah, that looks like I can show you the exact copy of that. Here, some of these look kind of nice though. The Albir. Let me show you this one on page 1 though. Let me go back to page 1 and show you. So right here, this one right here for $75 is, I believe, the same knife that I have posted in the buy, sell, and trade in one of my bundles right here. And it might not be. Yeah, probably. No, it's got a Tanto. I thought it was the same. Yeah, I think it is the same knife, maybe. Because it's titanium. Check this out. That second one over has got the same exact handles. See, it's got 2 screws in the back and a flathead looking pivot. So let's see what the other one has. 2 screws in the back and a flathead looking pivot. Yeah. And the same flipper tab. Oh, and there's the Tanto version. So yeah, that right there is the same knife that I got on Amazon under the Ifengro badge. Right here. So that one is the same as that one. But I got it on Amazon for 40 something bucks instead of 75, I think. Ifengro titanium Amazon. I typed that right. Titanium Amazon. Yeah, it's this one right here. $39.50 $40 and a 10% coupon. So they've got that same knife for $75 on that site we just went to. Pretty wild. Pete just sent us a link for a $29 knife. Wow. Is that really titanium? That's pretty wild. A heck of a deal. That'd be a good one to practice anodizing on that Fred was looking for. If it really is titanium. Somebody buy one of those and tell us how it is.
Ah, you're thinking about the anodizing setup Fred was working on.
Shut up, ChatGPT. What in the world? There's a bunch of stuff going on in the knife picks Discord. Oh, Ed's posting some pics. Yeah, that's a cool looking little $29 knife if it's titanium. It really is. Wow, 2610. Let me turn this off for just a second because I'm afraid shop might bring up my info. Not that it matters anymore, but let me see what it says here when I go to checkout. See if how much shipping is. It won't let me click checkout. Maybe because of this little pop-up. Yeah, it won't let me go to checkout. That's silly. It won't let me view cart or check out. And I'm not stupid. I know how to click buttons. View cart. Check out, view cart. Yeah, it's not letting me go. Free shipping on orders over $49. Oh, there's this shopping cart. Top quality store on Google. Yeah, it's not letting me click the checkout box. They do accept Amazon Pay. See what happens if I try to click that. It logs me in. It's giving me a one-time password for Amazon. Let me type that in. 155. Hello. Come on, keyboard. See if this works. Continue to check out. Ship to. Wow, shipping is $18. No thanks. That's more than that's 75% of what the knife costs. Yeah, Happy Easter came up. $18 for shipping. Crazy. We lost a few frames there. I don't know what happened with the lag. I apologize for that. $18 shipping. Yep. Yeah, it looks like $49 you get free shipping maybe or something. Pyrotech Thai car wife budget. Check it out. Sure the gray, but yeah, it seems so. See you later, Ron Crow. There are coupons. $10 off. You just bought me one. Why'd you buy me one? Did you buy two and get free shipping or something? I think that would be if you get free shipping on. Good morning, folks. Oh, that's awesome, TC. Thank you, bro. Fuchs, I showed a picture of your knife in the I had the Instagram brought up. I like your 3D printed knife scales your buddy made with your logo, with your name in it. Those are pretty cool. I had it brought up on Instagram earlier, but I didn't show it. I should have. But check this out. Let me see if I can find Fuchs. I don't know what your name is. Right here. So check out his 3D printed Titius knife scales. Where are they? I don't see it now. Fuchs, why am I not seeing it? This is it, isn't it? Oh yeah, here we go. See the live video. Ta-da! His buddy 3D printed some Titius scales. Pretty awesome. If that ain't cool, I don't know what is. Yeah, folks, cool knife. And thank you again, TC, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I found it, guys. That reminds me, I need to go show Ed's pictures that he posted in... Whoops, hold on. I think he was posting that, oh, there's a lanyard. TC made. And this is that, same brand as whatever the Heisebin or... Yeah, that's a pretty cool little knife too. That looks like titanium. Got a giant flipper tab. Drummer, I meant to ask you, have you had a chance to use that fixed blade? And if so, what do you think of D2 at this point in your D2 journey? I totally forgot to ask you about that. I was wondering if you had had a chance to use it in any kind of outdoor setting or hard use setting. Yeah, I figured it was titanium, Ed. It looks it. Speaking of knives on the table that I don't only have a couple of, like this Boker's, I've only got a couple of Gerbers too, but this Gerber Scout is a great knife from a company, Gerber, who I haven't liked in years, 15 years. The Scout is a good little knife though. it's got really good crossbar action. Almost comparable to a Kaiser, and the lockup is really good and solid on it. But the Gerber Scout is a great little Gerber knife. What does that say on it? That's the model number, I guess. But the Scout's a cool little knife. Like I said, it's got butter action. I don't know why I say butter. It's got smooth action. That happened to be in the same case with the Bokers. It's kind of a random case with just single knives. The other Gerber I have is this one, which is one of their ones that has a lock on it, and it's assisted. And I don't like this one nearly as much because it's assisted. And I'm not sure what it is even. And I guess, like, why would you make a crossbar lock knife that's assisted? You can't close it with the crossbar. You can just unlock it with the crossbar. Like, that's the silliest thing ever. What a stupid idea. There's a couple of other single brand knives that I have that are really good. This is a, let me get this stupid band-aid off my thumb. This is a real steel knife. It's super cool. It's called the Megalodon in 14C 28N. This came with my monthly knife club subscription, and it's a big boy, and it's a super comfortable knife. And Real Steel does some cool knives, and this one has really good action. That's another single brand knife. And then everybody needs a cut jack from Steel Wheel. The cut jack almost feels, it's got the same kind of, I don't know, ergos as the Rosie, kind of. Highbrow, yeah. But it's got that big front finger choil that make it really comfortable in the hand. But this Steel Wheel cut jack is another great little knife. And it's a single brand knife that I have. Then I got a couple of bucks. I got that one that guy gave me for free that y'all said has some name that y'all know that I don't. Got some scratches on the blade. Oh, actually, that's not a scratch. That was a sticker. It's got a couple scratches on the blade though. But I got this buck and this buck, and I really like this one. Believe it or not, like, it's got a super weird lock system, so it's not really it's not like any other locks. You slide this out of the way, but it's not a crossbar lock. And it's got this front, you have to slide it to open it, but it's still a cool little knife. And the flipper tab works good. It's easy to use once you figure it out. Forgot what this one's called, but I've got a couple of bucks. These were all in that case. Yeah, Sprint Select. Yeah, that's right. Morning, Dwayne Letterman. Then I got some of my SRMs in here in this case too. I got 4 SRMs. So this is a random case. It just has some single knives in it. Yeah, the Hexam. That is the Hexam. You are correct, Mr. Fuchs. But I really like that Real Steel Megalodon and this steel wheel cut jack. She's bringing you the knife. That's awesome. And this is one of those brands that eBay sells. Ed has one of these too. They're that what's the name of that brand? I don't know. They put, oh yeah, it's Tactical Gears, I believe. And this one had their big logo on the blade side, but I sanded it off, trying to get it close to a mirror to get rid of that big logo, Tactical Gears. And this is a cool little single brand knife that I've got. It's a little titanium knife. You can buy these on eBay. But decent little milled smaller knife. It's that Tactical Gears brand, and it had a big logo up here, but I sanded it off. Yeah, Real Steel is a cool little brand. I mean, a cool little brand. I was talking about that. And this is another really cool brand that Amazon sells. And it's this Shanzhou. So this is one of their button lock knives. And it's got great action. And then they have one called... so this one has just perfect action. It doesn't bounce on the bottom. Got great G10. Got great lockup. This is a Shanzhou though. And then I have two of their P-Files. And their P-Files are super cool. This one has like a copper and black carbon fiber. And they're cool little shaped knives. And I got a promo code, so I got these for cheap. So I ended up buying two of them. I got the black and copper one. And then I got this brown and black one. But these P-Files by Shanzhou are super cool little knives too. They have that leaf-shaped blade. And the rest of this case is all my Civivis and Sin cuts. Or maybe just Civivis. No, there's Sin cuts in there too. Yeah, the only thing about those Tactical Gears, Ed, is I've never seen the knives they sell. I've never seen them in the other brands, in the Ethan Grow. And yeah, the P-File is a cool little knife. I really like this black and copper one. Yeah, Ed, I've never seen those Tactical Gear knives branded with Ethan Grow or Sativian. I'm sure they're all made in the same factory somewhere over there, but maybe I think they get their own little exclusive knives, because I've seen a few of them on eBay that I've only seen under that brand. Yeah, there's weird synchronicities, TC. Like the fact that I just talked about a P-File, like that's a very random knife. And that Boker Jive is a great little knife. If you like the look of it, you need to pick one up. It's got 14C28N, but I'm sure the heat treat is good on it. Got good action. Yeah, it seems like those factories, there's probably a crazy street over there somewhere where you drive down that street and a bunch of knives are made on that street. Yep. Thank you, sis, for another two, son. So glad I got it tuned to where the detent is not so strong anymore. She doesn't mind about detent and stuff. Like she's got littler hands, and so she can't reverse flick a lot of knives that I can. I've handed her a few that she had trouble opening that I didn't. So I could understand why she told me to use the flipper tab. But it's just not my first go-to. When I grab a knife, I just my finger just goes to reverse flick it. So I had to tune this one. She's given me like 3 or 4 two-sons now. Pretty awesome. I need to return the favor. I was thinking about giving her one of my Rosie clones yesterday, and I should have. And I think I will. And Ed, man, I like this one so much better. Yeah, I didn't know you were a Boker affiliate either. Yeah, Synchronicity is wild. Yeah, I love this color though compared to that Tiger Stripe. Ed, if you've got any other Kubies that are regulars, I'll swap out my Tiger Stripe version. If we've got any of the other ones that are the same. If you like the Tiger Stripe better. Because I've got 6 or 7 Tiger Stripe ones. I've got a hello, Mr. Ron Dobbins. Weren't you here earlier? Or was that yesterday, I guess? Thought you were here a minute ago, Mr. Ron Dobbins. Maybe that was Ron Crow. This thing is so nice. I know I say that about every third video. Man, it's nice. Feels good. Especially with the full aluminum handles now. It made the weight just right on it. And they're the linerless handles, so you don't have the steel liners adding weight. Like, the only thing is that G10 backspacer. I wish I could find a cool backspacer for this knife. Guess I could make one, but I love this thing now. I mean, S35 VN steel, big workhorse. Like, I'll probably have, this will be probably one I keep forever. And even though it's a cold steel, and you know, they're not like, I don't know, whatever. I like it. Fits my hands well. It's comfortable. No, I didn't say all Rons look alike, but their names kind of do. Oh, I've got, the Atlas I've got is a regular tie, and I've got my, so are my Titius. I've got both of those in regular. I don't have the Tiger Stripe versions of those. Yeah, and I've got the regular silo also. Makes such a good noise too. I don't care what the haters think, that's for sure. Y'all have heard that loud and clear on here. I've got random bags and knives, random knives in bags on over here to the side that I need to put up. I think this is an actual Asher, yeah. What is this? Oh, these are just empty bags. Empty bag. Need to get rid of my need to get rid of this Mannix. I hate this half serrated blade. I need to do something with these knives. A good old Walmart Ozark Trail. Can't beat it. Feel like I'm missing one of my... No, that's my 5 Spydercos. Yeah, I don't know why I have so many like random pouches. Just I've got a bunch of Kaiser ones. But these were all in pouches just laying over here to the side, and I have to open them to see what they are anyway, so I need to put them in a case. I've got a full empty case over here that I emptied when I was sorting all my knives that I haven't even used. And then at my feet, I got 6 of these that I don't even know what's in them. I'm not sure they're all full, but that's my McNeese. Needs to go back in the clone box. So that needs to go back up. I need to quit using these things because I can't find knives. I have to go through a ton of knives. Oh yeah, that's my transient. One of my transients. What's to the right of the 8010? Oh, that's that M390. There's my other transient. That's that M390 that's supposed to, it might be Zerkatai. I put a link on it the other day to the, it's like $120. You can't get those black colors in Damascus, so I think it's Zerk. But it's an AliExpress special, and I don't know, nobody's really been able to figure out if it's a clone of something. It's got a hollow ground blade. Super cool knife. Let me show you the link to it. It is M390 Damascus AliExpress. Let's see, where's the link to that knife? Here it is. So they sell a few different versions of it. One of it just has an insert. So here's that knife, Sever. So the versions they have, this one with just the plain insert right here is the $68 one. And then they make it with the regular blade. It's showing 145, but you can get them down to like 120. That's what I got mine for. And then they have the one with the fake Damascus blade. And they used to have like the Damascus blade with that regular insert. So they had a few different versions of it. That's the version I got. Here's the link to it though. I'll just throw it in the chat. Aurora Keys. You got the Alicia Keys coming in, Ed? Yeah, they're sending me one of those to review. Monster is. I don't think that Monster guy likes me too much. I think they like Instagram people better than YouTube people. Which makes sense, a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of knife sales on Instagram. Alright, just about got all these stupid bags and stuff emptied. What is this? Oh yeah, this is a Wii beacon. Man, I've got to put some knives in cases. Because I just got a Wii floating around out here. I got a Tucson and a Remet that are floating around. I got my Mac. I got this one that's just floating around. This purple one that TC's about to buy. I really should sell it to TC because I'll never carry it. And you really like the purple. Alicia Keys knife. Ha! Ha! Pretty funny. You're funny, Ed. Yep, these knives are getting sorted when I get off this video. In fact, I got my clone box right here, so some of these need to go into here. Starting with the Mac. The Mac needs to go next to its sibling, which is these two. The jigged version and the 3-inch version. I like the jigged one way better. Yeah, the jigged one is way better. And the 3-inch I need to sell. Now I got to make room for, well, that sucks. Sort them on camera. We can watch. Ed, you'll be all right, buddy. I promise. Yeah, I've got to figure out how to sort these because I got to take some out of this case. Oh, okay. Because I put all my factors, all my winter blades next to those two, but now I've got all my Squirrel Masters that I got to figure out where to put them. Luckily, there's carpet down there, and that weed didn't just fall onto the. All right, so now I got to move my winter blades over one so I can put this Mac in. Now I got to figure out where to put the Squirrel Masters, but man, that Satori is a nice knife. I wish it had the fuller like the original. This is one I would like putting a fuller in. If I had a CNC or a mill, I would put a fuller into this knife like the original. Custom Knife Factory, Satori. There's a guy that did a version of that with the fuller, one of these clones. That's a super cool knife, though. I'm sure Sever 7 likes that blade grind. Yep, I've got to sort some of these. Why doesn't anybody ever talk about the Emerson knives? Why don't y'all ever talk about Emerson's? Is it because of the wave thing? Does nobody like them? I thought they were nice knives. This one has the chisel grind and this one doesn't. But I don't hear many people mention Emerson's very often. Especially y'all. You had an Aunt Mill and a Aunt Mill and an Aunt Alicia. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just because y'all haven't owned an Emerson. But I thought Emerson was a pretty common brand. Okay, this one needs to come out of the clone case. Because this is garbage. I mean, I wish both sides looked like that with the titanium instead of that stupid carbon fiber. And I don't know what's up with all this fake milling on the blade. I mean, it's not fake, but it's not real either. This is that Dr. Death, Russian Dr. Death knife. Yeah, it needs to come out of the nice clone case. I've got it tuned to where it's got decent action now, but a weird knife. And it's taking up space that a nice clone like these Squirrel Masters could go. Alright, so there's 2 slots there for my 2 EMP EDC. And then I can put my 3 Squirrel Masters up. And my Satori. Now I gotta make room for the 2 transient. What's going on in the Discord? What are we posting? Oh, be shady. And Ed showing the picture of the Tactical Gears and Ethangrow copies, which is good to see. I was wanting to see one of those because I hadn't seen them. So there's the Tactical Gears and the Ethangrow copy of the same knife. So now I have seen that, except that they're both not titanium, so it's kind of weird. And then here's the slip joint. She brought it to work while he's counting all that money. There's the blade, Pete. I know you wanted to see the blade. Ed, that Satori is not a... that is a clone, but they're not available. You have to find them on the secondary market. I don't know if... I'm pretty sure Pete's maybe still in here. Pete wanted to see the blade on that bad. He wanted to see the stonewash on the handle too. Yeah, thank you for posting, B Shady. Oh yeah, Pete's in the Discord talking to him now, so let me show you, Ed, what the actual F no, the American Blade Works is not, Fred. Ed was asking about the Satori. This one right here. The Custom Knife Factory Satori. This one is. But let me show you how cool this knife looks. How cool the clone looks with a fuller cut into it. So, read it. Chinese knives. Satori. So there's the Satori, but there's one guy that did a fuller in it like the original. I guess it was a SMKE. That one doesn't have the fuller. One of these has a fuller. Pair of Satori clones. $85 brand new back then. Wow. Modified clone. Here it is. So see, somebody put a fuller in it just like the original. So I want to put one. If I had a mill, I would do that to mine. So let me show you. Custom Knife Factory Satori. It'll be Arizona. So here's the original, and there's the fuller the guy put in it to make it look more like the original. He didn't get it exact. But actually there's one on Arizona Custom Knives. It's got the same milling. Hold on. I mean the same handle, I believe. Yeah, right here. Well, they have a Damascus blade. Okay, here's one with the orange. So I went to the whoops. Where did I go? How did I? Oh. Yeah, so there's that one, and there's that one. Pretty cool. $1,400 and $85 back when they were new. You can't find one for less than $150 now for the clone. Oh, more pictures after you wiped it down, maybe? Yeah. Oh, there's Pete's. So here's Pete's American Blade Works. And then this is from the website. So he's talking about how the blade looks super flat instead of stone wash. On the website you can't see all the stone washing because of the light angle they put on there. You got a hair on yours, Pete? Or your blade's cracked? Yeah, that's a cool little knife. And I had a stuff for channel pretty wild about it too, because right here was one of my, what I talked about earlier. Synchronicity is crazy. I talked about this link earlier. And then B Shady got one in the mailbox right after that. Did it come with the little slip to carry it in? Or is that something extra you got to buy? wasn't sure if it came with that that slip. I still think I need to try one of these out. What's the price on those again? Sub caliber. $319 for the version I want. Best Tech OEM. I think I like the dimpled version. The dimpled smoke version looks pretty good. Pretty good looking knife. Like I said, I like the closed look. I didn't realize how much I would like it till I saw it in that post. Now I got to pull something else out of here. Make room for my 2 transients because I'm full. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, yeah, I am. Because I got one up here behind me on the wall that needs to go in there too. Running out of room in my nice clone case. I guess I need to pull something like this out. Ow. Like my little PT Plus. I need to pull it out of there so that I can get my 2 transients in there. The action on these transients is not nearly as good as I wish it was. Alright, so what goes... Alright. Now my case is full again. Actually, I got 2 slots. Put this one back for now. And I can put this one back for now. Got something missing. I think that's probably a clone of something, but I don't know what. Man, y'all are going to have to forgive me for just a second while I go drain the main vein. Oh my God, that was one of those good ones. That was one of those ones that if panic, don't party. Alright, clone case is closed for the day. No more clones coming out today. Real knife case being opened. I'm gonna show y'all my my Golden Design Works standard. So it's got the dimples and it's in the blue, and it just doesn't have the flipper. Kind of looks the same as that sub caliber, but it doesn't have the flipper side. It's just got the front flipper. And my thumb is messed up. But that's the Golden Design Works standard. And Best Tech did a good job on these. You won a Kaiser? Congrats, folks. It'll take you 3 months from what I've heard to get it, but yeah, Golden Design Works makes some nice knives. That sub-caliber looks pretty nice. I want to try it out. I wish this one had the little corner flipper. And I don't know why they shaped it like this if it doesn't. It's kind of weird. I mean, I guess it's so the blade, I mean, I don't know. Why not just make it solid? Weird. I got that in a 4-knife bundle deal from the same guy. And all the knives I got for him were pretty cool. That Luft Concepts Avant. Another cool looking knife. Good hollow grind. Yeah, Ron Dobbins, we were talking about the sub-caliber. The Nugget's a good one too. We looked at it the other day when you mentioned that. This Luft Avant's nice too though. And then forgot what else I got from him. Here's the Brian Efros Elder. I showed that Boker earlier. That Jive, which was a Brian Efros design. This is the Brian Efros design of his custom. This one's for sale. If anybody wants it. Never had any pocket time. It's got skiffs in it. And it feels like it too. Trying to remember what else I bought from that guy the same day. It was one of those big tall ones. Oh yeah, I got this the same guy, the Ari. Fred, that's that Brian Efros Elder. I don't have it in the Discord, but it's a real one. These are all real. I put the clone box up. This is a Ari. I don't think this one's for sale yet. It's a cool knife though. The Elder, I'll have to check on the price on it. I don't remember. This Fox Knives Tur is for sale too. If you like carbon fiber. It's a cool little knife. No, the Woodpecker's not for sale. The Ari, I don't know which one you're asking about, but I am selling this Fox Knives Tur. It's a real good price on this one. I'm probably going to sell this this District Knives Apollo. If anybody likes the pirate life, if the pirate life's for them. Fred, I will post that Efros in the Discord. I'm about to post a bunch this week. This District Knives Apollo is for sale though too. It's never been used. It's got butter action, perfect centering, crazy pirate blade. It even comes with a piece of leather. And not getting rid of any of my Knoll knives, but ow. The Ghoul, all the Knoll knives are so cool. I like all. I need to get an R2 to complete that collection. Oh, and this Brian Brown Raptor carbon fiber is for sale as well. I didn't notice those had little rivets holding them in or something. Or yeah, this Raptor's for sale. It's in great shape too. If anybody wants a Brian Brown. I'm getting rid of the carbon fiber one because I got the jigged version with the holes in it. And I wish it was jigged solid. I wish it didn't have these holes, but even with the holes, I like it better than the carbon fiber one. And this is for sale too, a brand new Giant Mouse Ace Sonoma. Never been carried, never had. I got it straight from Giant Mouse. Ace Sonoma in the brown micarta. Cool knife. Got really good action. Somebody here used to have one of those. I'll get you prices for the Brian Brown and the Ephros Elder and the Apollo. My Chavez is for sale too. It's still for sale. The Redemption Street with the aftermarket carbon fiber scales. It's in great shape too. I'm about to post a bunch of knives for sale this week. This one comes with the factory scale as well. William was asking about a few of my nicer knives that I'm going to be selling too, so we'll give him the prices too. And this Tuya Shockers for sale too. Tuya Knives Shocker. It's got great action on it too. Makes a good sound. That one's for sale. And I'll probably sell my my Burnley SQD2 squid. M390 Italy. I'll probably sell this squid too. It's got great action as well. All my knives are pretty tuned, pretty good. I like this squid. It's comfortable. It's real comfortable in the hand. I don't know what makes it comfortable, but All right, guys. I might sell this Pena too, but I really like it. I really like my card on it. This is a mini diesel. I like the blade grind on it too. It's got that compound grind. Got the Damascus clip and backspacer. Yeah, I might sell this Pena mini diesel. Anyway, guys, it's been 2 hours and 25 minutes. I think I'm going to get off here. My voice is starting to go. Start winding it up here. Do I have an empty slot to put this thing in? No. Kind of hard to know what to pull out of here when they're all nice knives. Oh, I know it's got to come out. This has got to go in. And this Wii has got to go in. So these two are coming out. The two rattlesnakes are coming out. The two rattlesnakes that make that noise coming out of the knife case. So that this can go in. And this Wii can go in with all its Wii brothers. Alright, Wii has been added to the collection. These three need to go in the same case, probably. Somewhere. Oh, I gotta put this in there, and I still gotta put the the QSP woodpecker in there too. Dang it, I gotta pull some more knives out of the nice case. Guess it's about time to get another case. Alright, guys. It's been real again. Appreciate y'all being here. Hope this Monday starts your week off great. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Don't forget, Friday is when you got to make your comment to get entered for the drawing on Saturday morning. So if you're going to be here any day, make sure it's Friday and Saturday. Anyway, guys, knives are life. If y'all need me, you know how to get me. Email me. If you could, hit that thumbs up on the way out. If you got any knife buddies that you might like talking about knives in the morning, tell them to come visit. TC, Scott, Ron, Dwayne, Fuchs, Waylon, Nick, Fred, Ed, all the Rons, especially Mr. Ron Dobbins, Scott, always, drummer in the background, Pete, B. Shady, who else? Sever 7. I think that's about everybody. If I forgot you, I didn't mean to. Try to go through and remember everybody that I can. Yep, Ron Crow, Doc Seuss, Mister. Thank you for being here, Mister. Oh yeah, Greg Vanderlip, sorry. There's no F in there, Vanderlip. Appreciate y'all all, each and every one of you. Love y'all. TC, appreciate you getting us those knives. That'll be awesome. I'll hit you up in either Discord or email or text or something about those knives. And I'll be posting them in the Discord, so ain't got to worry about that. 7 see you tomorrow.